How do you have the ability with your business, and what's new with that, like that's been able to get you to scale and do less hours without having to grind too much?
And that is very important to me. Work-life balance is very important to me. I like to test my business by going on vacation. It's my wife and we have 3 little kids. We went to Hawaii at the end of the summer, and I essentially tell my staff I'm in Hawaii. It's not the type of vacation where I want to take phone calls. We're not going to be back and forth. If there's a fire that you can't put out, not that needs to be put out, try to put it out first yourself. But if there's a fire that cannot be put out, don't send me a Slack message. Don't send me an email, because I'm not checking Slack and email until the end of the night or the morning. Sure. Call me. Go old school. Call me on my cell phone if there's really something wrong. And this last time I was in Hawaii, I didn't receive 1 phone call from my office, because a lot of it is really empowering people, right, with your personal knowledge. I'm actually embarrassed to say it, but it is the truth. The first 8 or 9 years of my business, I was not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you did like a chart, 90% of the business was just in between my ears. It was all me. Every answer, every conclusion, every strategy was just all in my head. Yep. And I thought I was the man because I could regurgitate that. But you're really, to make fun of myself more, you're really not the man until your staff can do that, until you can explain how to do that, until you can teach people how to do that. And then to go one step higher, the next level is putting that into a written form, or these days we do more video training. Mm-hmm. So we have catalogs now, which one day, if I do have the time, I want to turn into sort of like a handbook where my little corporate culture, I call it little because we're a small law firm, should function the same way these big conglomerates work. Like if you go get a job on Carnival Cruise, they know what they're training you. There's a handbook that somebody has created, that somebody has read, that somebody has memorized, that will then be handed off to you. Sure. Your business should be the same thing, and that's for big and small tasks. Right. Until you're delegating and training and teaching people to do even the highest level stuff, doesn't mean they're always going to get it right. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean it's still not going to come to you, but your team needs to be able to do that. I think that the people who fail in business are the ones that just keep everything inside, because, you know, that means the bigger you get, the more comes through you.
You're a bottleneck.
You're your own bottleneck. Right. Exactly.
People just, whether it's ego or it's your own need to feel needed, or self-worth. It's also kind of like, it's a weird example, but like how mothers, you know, they feel so much worth in their kids needing them for whatever it is. And that's why they want to drive them, or they want to help them to make their food. And it's actually like such a testament and such an amazing area of pride that someone can have, is when your kids go off and they are successful, or they don't need you, because then you did a good job, right? You empowered them. Same with like me as a CEO. I mean, I remember being like I was the bottleneck all day long. My door was in and out, in and out, in and out.
Oh, they sneeze, they come, hey, I'm going to wipe my nose now. Okay, great. Here's the tissue.
But then you could never grow. And if you were gone, then like to your point of like going on vacation, that's the test. I look at it too as like, if I were to, God forbid, die, knock on wood, you know, would the business survive without me? I think it would. I do feel like I have an amazing team. They do such a good job. At this point, I used to be so intertwined with everything, with funding, with docs, with rate locks, and all these different things. I used to know it all and used to have my hands in it. Right. Now I just get emails, loan funded, loan submitted, and it just works. It's like a machine. One thing that actually stood out to me was I was listening to a podcast, I think it was Business Wars, and they were talking about, it was Uber, and how he talked about the beginning, it was like a band of pirates. All gotta be kind of crazy to come work for you when you have just this crazy idea. Yeah. No one knows who you are. They don't know if you have the right funding. There's gonna be just some random people that all come in and work with you, right? And then it slowly turns into a naval ship. And so when that sort of shifts over from your band of pirates, where you're the pirate leader, you're Blackbeard, and you're just commanding everything, and you're in the middle fighting, and you're doing whatever with everybody, and then it kind of can shift to where you're just the commander. The commander doesn't go down and check the engines in the naval ships. Like, he just stands up there and makes sure everyone's doing their job and drinks his coffee, right? Like, and that's when you know you've done a good job.